we good?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Episode 2 of the Femi and Friends podcast.
This is episode 2?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
shit.
first episode I recorded with a sex worker. I just talked to her about her life, and
What the fuck happened to the one we did?
the audio was bad.
No
I didn't
way,
have the right equipment.
dude.
But I was grateful for it. It was a learning experience, man. Episode 2 of the Femi and Friends podcast. I am Femi, your host. This is my guest, Felix.
I'm his friend.
He's Mexican. He's an illegal immigrant. Technically, he's a dreamer.
I can legally be here. I think. I have a work permit. So
That's what they all say.
no. Wait, hold on. No, hold on.
I'm joking.
No, but I mean, if I gotta go, I'll go, man. I'm not gonna resist.
And he's a Trump supporter.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Tell me the first moment as a red-blooded American that you like fell in love with Trump.
You know what it was, man?
What was it, dog?
Can I tell you? He has like that fucking like that machismo, man. He has like that. Okay. Have you ever been at a construction site with a bunch of Mexicans
Yeah.
and there's like the white guy with the white cap on, and he's telling all the Mexicans what to do, and the Mexicans are like, nah, they're not like fuck you. They're like, yes, sir. Right? Because Mexicans know internalized, bro. For real though. We know that when a white man with a safety cap on is on the site, we know what we can trust him. We trust him. You see what I'm saying? That's what Trump is to us.
A slave driver. That's so fucked up. I'm sorry. I respect your politics.
No, you don't, you piece of shit. Didn't you go to Canada, you fucker?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like Canada. It's a cool place, but like the people are fucking assholes.
Wait, aren't Canadians supposed to be like really nice?
Oh, that's just fake, bro. Don't believe that Canadians are kind and considerate people. They're just as racist, as bigoted as anyone else, man. You know who Canadians really hate?
Blacks?
Indians. They like culturally, especially now over there in Vancouver, BC, you're just having a bunch of white people blame fucking Indians for all of Justin Trudeau's policies. They're like, go back to your country, eh? Which is just hella whack, bro. Like,
no, I love Indians, the good ones.
I love all people, you know.
Yeah?
Just as long as you're not an asshole, I'll fuck with you, bro.
You don't like white women, though.
That's not how it works, bro. It's like, this is a bit I've done before. Listen, I'm attracted to all women. It's just like all the white women that are attracted to me come with black trauma.
Oh, yeah. And you look like the type of fellow who would do black trauma onto white women.
That's so racist.
No, it's not racist because it's not like you wearing a suit, right? It's not like you walking around with a suit.
You acting like I'm out here smoking Newports, slapping up white bitches with Steven Seagal ponytails.
I'm saying, bro, I've seen you. Sometimes you wear like what do you call that? Like the jock sweater, like like the what do you call that? The jacket, the sports jacket. You have Boys in the Hood a sweater underneath.
I've never owned a Boys in the Hood sweater in my life.
For real?
Nah.
No, maybe you look like one of them.
Okay. Nah, I've never owned any Boys in the Hood memorabilia.
No, dude.
Honestly, I just dress up like I'm homeless so people can avoid me. Oh, it works.
It does work.
I mean, people look at me and they're like surprised that I have a car. They're like, you drive now? Like,
you
yeah.
drive?
Yeah. They're like, what? You can afford a vehicle? I'm like, yeah. Always look poor, bro. If you look poor, your shit will come together.
That's true. But anyways, I was gonna say about like the whole Trump thing, dude. I'm It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. I'm actually there's a few girls that I know. Remember that McDonald's girl I talked to you about?
Yeah. The one that broke your heart.
I was like, let's call immigration on her.
Yeah, man. I heard that they're giving $750 to $1,000 for every person for
$1,000, bro?
every person that you report that gets repatriated.
No way. Are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. You know, because that's crazy because assume every Mexican is living with their family. That's 5 times the money you're getting,
Dog.
right?
Dog. Dog. Dog, you're gonna be out here snitching on Mexican families?
Dude, I might fucking have to, bro.
You're like, fuck La Raza, bro.
Dude, I'm trying to get my green card, bro. I'm trying to travel the world, dog.
That'd be funny if they started giving out punch cards. They're like,
You gotta get like 100.
it's like, you give me 10 people to deport. 10. I'll give you a green card. Watch, I feel like Donald Trump would be crazy enough to be like, if you deport 10 people, if you give me 10 leads that lead to repatriation, I will turn you into Americans.
A dreamer.
Dog. You're not afraid to get like deported or anything?
Honestly, like I'm not. Here's why. I'm actually, if I do get deported, like for real, like no fucking joke. If I do it, I'm not gonna fight it because I've been in this country for so long, and I feel like I've done so many like pro-American stuff that I feel American, but I'm not American. Like I'm not able to travel outside of the country. Like I have friends and people I love that I wish I could go see. Right?
Yeah.
And I can go see them. The thing is I can't come back. And the huge, like the whole reason why it's a huge thing for me is like you have to understand I've been in this country for 30 years.
Yeah.
I have a whole life here.
Absolutely.
Right? And I can't just like it's not easy to like be like I'm a fucking sacrifice all my life for this one person or like or these people because it's one of those big risks that you like you have to take the emotion out of it and see like because if you do it with emotion sometimes dude when you like love somebody or you want to like see somebody or friends or whatever and you only do things because you love them and you go and you take a risk by doing that sometimes most of the times don't those risks don't pay off
Yeah.
like you like let's say I go to like Japan
Yeah.
right? And like whoever I went to go see, they don't fucking like like they're like we're chilling for like a year and then like it's over and then I'm just stuck in Japan or like I'm back in Mexico and like but I left all my life here
Yeah.
or I go to another country right to see friends or somebody else.
Yeah.
And
Like you don't have freedom of movement, bro.
I don't have freedom of movement. Like yeah, I can travel across the U.S., but it's like
I mean, not really anymore.
yeah, not really anymore. Maybe like not.
You'd have to travel from like you'd have to travel America in like a circle, and even then, you really couldn't go certain places. You couldn't like go across Washington State, right, and go to Montana because if you were in Montana, motherfuckers would just start calling ICE.
Oh yeah, dude. But you know what? You know what I have? What works for me? I'm racially ambiguous.
Yeah, you're Filipino.
I'm Filipino. Like I look Filipino.
You got a Filipino face card.
Right? I or like if you're like retarded, you can say I look like a short Samoan. Right? Like you can say that. You can look at me as like, "Oh, you're a short Samoan."
Yeah.
Right? I've had that happen to me. I've had or I'm Hawaiian. I'm like when I was in Hawaii, they were like, "You're local."
Yeah,
right?
and if you get him drunk enough, he looks downs.
Yeah, I start talking like I'm down.
Yo, tortillas. I want tortillas and cheese. We call them quesadillas.
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 No, but no, I mean that's really I know that on the list of like priorities for deportations, I'm in the bottom because I'm like a dreamer. I'm Daca.
Yeah.
Right? But that doesn't mean I won't like get I won't be fucking, what do you call it, like racially profiled
And then detained.
and then
indefinitely?
detained.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have like a legal document. I have like it's called a work authorization card.
Do you have to walk around with your authorization?
I might have to,
Dude, you might have to carry them like they're slave papers.
I might have to start carrying it. No, because the ICE agents literally ask you, do you have like legal, like they'll ask you for like your visa on the spot, and if you don't have it, you're like, it's over.
Dog. You know what blows my mind about Donald Trump
What's that?
being president? Like, how many Latinos voted for him, dog?
Dude, this is why, man.
45% of like male Latinos like voted for Trump.
This is why you have to understand, dude. It's
Put me on the game, bro. That's what I'm here for.
Latinos have been this they're like after Native Americans and blacks, like Mexicans have been here the longest in America.
Yeah. There's a reason why it's called California.
California,
Texas, Montana.
Not Montana, no, Nevada.
Montana's not a part of.
No, Montana's on right here, right next to us. No, it was California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Texas.
Oh,
That's
I just learned something new. I just thought it was,
By the
a
way-
Mexican territory because it was called Mountain.
no, Montana.
Yeah, Mountain.
Yeah, Montana. That sounds. I would be.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
It would make sense. It would make sense, but that'd be like a huge story. The only reason I know is because in middle school I got super into history, and I was like I really want to know what happened, and I learned that in the Mexican American War, which we lost, obviously, the U.S. got the largest land won by a nation ever in history for Mexico.
Yeah, man.
That's they literally took half our country.
That's half.
Half the country, Mexico, was literally cut in half. And America took it.
Damn.
And the worst part is they literally found gold in California after that.
Damn. The Mexicans were hot.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy,
They're like,
bro.
fuck this shit, son.
Also, let me tell you something.
Run it back.
Let me tell you something. I am like pro like illegal immigration for everybody else except Mexicans. Because look, here's why.
Why, Felix?
Everybody in Latin America hates Mexicans. Right?
I don't know enough about
And
Latinos.
everybody within Latin America hates each other.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Right? Because everybody's like, we know our Spanish is the right Spanish. I'm not saying we don't love each other, but we also hate each other, right?
You just see an Argentinian and you just get upset.
Yeah, because they're the Europeans of Latin America. They're like the fair skin typed. They're all like really white and beautiful. Like Argentine people.
I like how you said that. You're just like white and beautiful.
Because, dude, they have like the most European ancestry.
They're all Italians. Argentinians
Or
are
German.
Are German. Like
Italians or German.
and like the German part, like you don't know when they came over there. They might have came.
No, there's Nazis in Argentina.
Post 1945. You know what I'm saying? you know they might be out
There's
here.
actually Nazi colonies in Argentina.
Dude, that must be nuts. You're just driving through the mountains and you just see a bunch
I guess
of
maybe
you just
German
see-
colonies.
You see a bunch of German
Colonies?
motherfuckers speaking fucking German and Dutch. You're like, what the fuck? You're like, oh, why are you here? It's like, I lost everything after World War II. Well, like, what do you mean you lost everything?
Well, there's people who still have their grandfather's memorabilia from World War II.
Yeah, Nazi memorabilia.
Yeah, Nazi memorabilia. Which, by the way, I would have. I would have because it's memorabilia from an area that's gone, an era that's gone. It's like, okay,
Nazism is gone?
I mean, the Nazis from back then are gone.
Nazis are still here, dog.
Yeah, but they're neo-Nazis. They're not the same.
They're still Nazis, dog.
Yeah, but they're like the new breed.
Bro, what
It's not like it's like, if you watch Power Rangers, right? You like Power Rangers Turbo, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers will always be the best, right? They're the OGs. They're the Power Rangers.
So OG Nazis were the best, huh?
I'm just saying, man.
Profound thoughts from Felix. Oh my god.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying that it's pretty incredible. It's incredible that that happened, right? I gotta be careful with what I say.
Please be as careful as you can be, man. This is going out on the internet.
I think I think Hitler was bad, right? We can all say.
Yes, he was a horrible human being. He facilitated the Holocaust, bro. He killed 6 million Jews.
I think he killed more,
Probably.
right?
The only person that doesn't believe that that Hitler killed that many people is Mel Gibson. But like, bruh, every Australian is racist.
Mel Gibson's not Australian.
Yeah, he is.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Really? I thought he was American.
Nah, bro. He dropped the accent. He was like, man, I gotta work in Hollywood. I gotta go kick it with these white people.
No way. He's not Australian.
Look it up, dog. Let's look it up right now, dog.
That's brave.
Siri, where is Mel Gibson from? Oh, he's from New York?
Yeah, you fucking.
I swear to God, he's Australian.
No, it's New York, bro. New York. He's from New York. Now you're probably thinking somebody else, bro. Mel Gibson's a hero, bro. Lethal Weapon is a classic.
He was a hero until everybody figured out he was a piece of shit.
Dude, he's making a comeback, man.
Dude, this is when I knew Mel Gibson was a piece of shit. I was a kid.
Yo, dude, he made Passion of the Christ, and he made Apocalypto.
Yeah.
Those movies are fucking great, dude. You know that's the second movie I cried to, the Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, he's an American-born Australian actor.
American born.
And then he moved back to Australia.
So he has dual citizenship.
Still an Aussie.
Sure, okay.
I mean, first time I ever saw Mel Gibson was in Mad Max. And I was like, who's this guy?
Right.
And why was he in all these movies? And then I saw Lethal Weapon.
Right.
And they're like, oh, he's just like, he can just change accents.
Braveheart?
Braveheart was lit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, Mel Gibson makes great movies. He still hates Jews and black people. Dude,
he hates Jews for sure.
You ever hear the video of him when he's talking to his ex-wife from the Ukraine, and he's like, I fucking hate you, girl. I'm gonna send a pack of niggers after you. I don't like how you laughed at that. Fucking piece of shit.
No, man, I love black people.
And and she released the footage on TMZ, and everybody's like, Mel Gibson's a horrible person. And I'm like 10 years old,
Right.
and I'm like, why? And you just hear the footage, and it's everything's bleeped,
Right.
but they're putting the first letter in the words that they're bleeping in the front.
Right.
I'm gonna send it back a bleep.
I actually do remember hearing that. I remember when
dog.
that came out. But you know what actually put that besides the point. You know what the worst the thing that I don't like about Mel Gibson? I like that he's a devotee Catholic. I like that. I don't like that he chooses to believe that God created us. Like he says we don't come from monkeys. He said that we don't come from. He said, "I believe God molded us in because I listened to him on Joe Rogan on his recent podcast, and he said because Joe asked him like, where do you think we come from, and he's like, well, I think God created us, and we're not monkeys, we're not like these species that evolved. We're a creation of God, and I'm like." That's silly. I think that's silly. I think it's okay to believe in God, but it's also okay to believe that we came from monkeys.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of where I draw. However, having also said that, I think he's a great director.
Yeah.
He's a great artist, and
So was Wagner.
so was Hitler.
I've never seen a Hitler painting ever before in my life.
never
On the record, I don't want to talk about how good or bad Hitler's artwork is because he killed 6 million Jews.
All right, you know what? This is what I had a conversation with somebody about Hitler. It's like I think in 100 years we're gonna get to a point where Hitler is just gonna become like Genghis Khan. Like he's just gonna be like,
Yeah, but like Genghis Khan killed everybody equally.
sure, maybe.
He was like, "Hey, dog, give me half of your shit, or we'll kill everybody." And then everybody either got down or laid down.
You know how many people he killed?
Enough to change the CO2 footprint of the world.
He changed it by 10%. He decreased the CO2 footprint by 10%. That's how many people died, or how many people he killed. You know, the only people he wasn't able to kill or get to killing
Japanese people,
Japanese people,
because they're on an island.
they're on an island, and that's all those fucking like typhoons and shit over like surrounding the island. That was crazy, man.
Japanese people are like original gangsters, right? Because they're like violent and they have a predisposition to violence. All major martial arts at one point came from Japan, bro. Judo, jiu-jitsu, karate. You know, like, hey, man.
Aikido, kendo,
kendo karate. Like the warrior culture in Japan is it runs deep.
It does, man. I was listening to.
And they're gentle people too, so like they're violent and kind.
You know what it is, man, and it's Japanese people know how to follow orders.
I'll give you that.
They know how to follow orders.
Yeah.
And so that's why, like, because I remember that they literally within a matter of 100 years they caught up to the world because they were shut. They had closed their borders to the world, and then I think America came and like, no, you got to open your country. And then the emperor is like, hey, he gathered ministers, and he sent ministers all across the world and said, look at every superpower country and find out what they do great and copy it and bring it back.
Yeah.
And in a matter of 100 years, they literally went from a civilization that was stuck in like the 12th century to a fucking civilization that got caught up like 400 years.
Yeah. Japanese are very innovative people, man. They're always in the future.
Yeah.
You know? They're great people.
I love it, dude. I love Japanese women too, man.
We know. Real talk, man. How'd you feel about Elon Musk hailing Hitler?
Dude, this is what Dude, the guy is a high-functioning autistic genius. Okay? He clearly was spazzing out. He was excited. You could see him if you watch the whole like 10-minute clip or 12
where he's just pumped. He's like,
he's pumped. He's fucking jumping like a fucking retard, right? And then he says, "My heart goes out to you."
Yeah.
He says, "My heart goes out to you," like that. He touches his heart, right?
I don't believe that shit. Anybody that goes, that's what Nazis do. They touch their hearts. And I ain't gonna do it on the podcast because I'm not trying to get demonetized. But he hits him with the Hitler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's a Nazi. You know how he got into Nazism?
How?
And like just anti-Semitism overall. When he was a kid, him and his father would build rockets for fun, right?
Right.
And they would read books on like these Nazi scientists.
Uh-huh.
And he gained an infatuation for Nazism by that, because like major Nazi scientists, like prior to World War II, major scientists in like aeronautics prior to World War II were mostly in Germany,
right?
And they were building rocket ships, jet planes,
right?
All that shit. And then after the war, we either took them on our side through like a Project Paperclip, or the Soviets took them, the Nazi scientists.
Yeah.
That's how he gained an infatuation to Nazism. And like his own father admits that.
Maybe.
Dude.
I don't know. I can't speak on something I don't know on.
So you're still gonna buy a Tesla when you get your money up?
I absolutely will buy a Tesla, bro. Absolutely. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Those shit. I'm gonna get a Cybertruck. That's what I'm gonna get
You're
because
gonna buy the gayest car?
they're bomb proof and they're bulletproof
So you just want ice to shoot up your shit?
and survive
You just be like,
and run,
ah,
run away.
bulletproof windows.
Yeah, dude, I'll be safe, man. Or if I do get deported, I'll have something to protect me in Mexico.
How did you come to America?
The first time.
Yeah, the first time.
So the first time I actually don't remember that well. I do remember that there back then, I don't know about now. But back then there were coyotes specializing in bringing over children,
Yeah.
right? And most of these were actually Chicanos. They were Mexican Americans.
Yeah.
And what they would do is they would go to Mexico, and typically they would have large vehicles, and the back seats, they would create secret compartments in the back seats, and in those compartments they would put the kids in during the inspection, the border inspection, right? Because back then they didn't do a very thorough like
Border inspection.
border inspection on the vehicles. They just looked on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't look on the inside. So I remember as a kid, it was probably like 5 kids in the car. Inside of the back seat, like the compartment of the back seat, were hiding, crossing the border. And then once you cross the border, there's like a house, like a compound house with an open yard, and there's probably, I remember it felt like 30 kids, and it's all playing. And I remember there was a guy who literally, he was a guy, I remember he was a guy because he had like a mustache, but he had like he looked, it looked like he was pregnant, but I think it was a tumor or something. But it was one of those things I'll never forget even now. That is like, that's not like, it just didn't
It
make
didn't look
sense.
normal. Yeah.
It didn't look normal, right? So I was always like very like attentive of that, right? And the hope is that you get picked up by your parents, because hopefully they pick you up because they crossed.
Yeah.
I assume that there must have been kids that never get picked up.
Damn.
That's
You got picked up.
I got picked up. So that was my first time.
The second time.
The second time, no, that was my second time. The first time was I was less than a year old. I was crossed with my mom. She crossed. As far as I know, if you're a baby, you'll cross with your mom.
Yeah.
Right. So that was the first time I crossed with my mom. The second time is the playground thing, and
The second time they just hid you in a dark place and smuggled you.
yeah. And then the third time, this was back in 2004. The third time, this is the last time I went back to Mexico. I was actually kidnapped.
By your dad?
Yeah, by my dad at the time. Me and my brother at the time were kidnapped, and we were taken back to Mexico. And it was so funny because it wasn't even like, it was my mom got told it was going to be a hunting trip, right? So he's like, I'm gonna take the boys to hunt some deer to an island somewhere, whatever the fuck. He just bullshitted. He was a professional bullshitter, right? And she's like, okay, and so he took us, and next thing I know, we're on a bus, we're on a Greyhound, and next thing I know, we're like passing through like not San Diego, but like it was like Los LA and then San Diego, and then you cross San Diego to get Tijuana, and then we're in Tijuana. He's calling her, letting her know that he's taking us back to Mexico City while we're about to board a plane from Tijuana to Mexico City.
Damn, he's like, I hate you so much.
She was crying.
You'll never see them again.
Yeah. Well, I think he did that out of spite because she found a new man, and he would he would beat her up all the time. So obviously my mom smarts up.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe I shouldn't be with this guy.
Did you come over here a fifth time?
No, I've
Smuggled 4 times?
no 3 times.
3 times?
Well, the third time is funny. I actually didn't cross the border technically. I flew in.
See, Trump? That wall isn't gonna work.
I flew in because my
Dumbass.
my brother was born here.
Yeah.
He was born here, and we used so the whole kidnapping happened, right? And my mom's like, "You got to do it. We're gonna send the fucking, because my brother's American citizen, so like,
Yeah.
right? So, and he's like, okay, shit, fuck. So I think we were there for like 2 weeks tops, and so then, but it was so fun. It was like Mexico City. So as a kid, is so fun. You have so much liberty. I remember like we would get fireworks every day. They sell fireworks year round.
And this was before like the cartel violence and everything, right?
Yeah, like crazy cartel violence, but it's also Mexico City. There's not much like public violence. There's a lot of robbery, but that's because it's Mexico City.
Most of the violence is in the plazas, right? The other plazas.
It's like in the like outside of like the, but not in like Mexico City is a huge tourist spot too.
Yeah.
So they don't typically hit tourist spots hard like that. But we were there. It was so fun, getting fireworks and everything. But he decided he was gonna send us back, but he didn't want to pay. He wanted to only pay. He was like, I'm gonna do the airplane thing. And this guy, I'm telling you, this guy is probably one of the more street smarts people I've ever I know.
Your father?
Yeah, because he was like, he has a real criminal mind. He was like a fucking survival. He's a survivalist out in the crime world, because he was like, I'm not gonna pay for like a coyote, but I'm gonna do, his son is American, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send him on an airplane. Then we're gonna falsify his identification papers and have the other kid, me, once his son is in America, he'll have me have his identity so I can board the airplane under his name again.
Damn. Your dad's a crook. That's a smart motherfucking move.
So I remember going to fucking like the El Zócalo, and there's like a building, and they'll have like, they copied everything. They changed all his like papers, like everything the same, but with my face on it. Right, like passport type shit, right? The thing though they couldn't do is the green card, which I didn't know what a green card is. I still don't know what a fucking green card is. Is it a passport? Like, is it the green card or passport?
A green card, I think, is a card that authorizes you to be in America as a immigrant.
Okay. Oh, see, sure. But so then, if you were born in America, you don't have one.
Nah, you have a social security number.
Okay, cool.
And a passport.
Okay, so then they're just being racist. Because here's what happens. I got on the airplane. I boarded. They're like, oh, it's the they didn't have backlogs to be like, oh, it's the same kid from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, so they're like, oh, it's this American kid. So we're gonna send him alone on an airplane. I got aboard the airplane alone. I wasn't scared. I'll tell you, I wasn't scared or anything like that. I was just like, where am I? I was just going with the flow. Anyways, I landed on Houston, and in Houston, I had like, I hope it was airport security, but it felt like there were fucking ICE agents escorting me to my next flight because they were asking me where my green card was, and I was like 10 or 11 years old, and I didn't know much English, but they were like having a discussion whether or not they should let me board to my next airplane.
They were pressing you at 11 years old. ICE ain't shit, bro. Fuck ICE, bitch ass niggas.
And so then and so then they were like, no, well, fuck, he's going to Seattle, let's just let him board. And I got bored, and I got let on the plane, and and
then your mom picks you up at the airport.
Picked me up, dude. But I'm gonna tell you, the best thing about that is like meeting other kids who are also flying to alone, and like just making friends with kids.
It's like, oh, your dad doesn't like you too. Lit. We're friends now.
I know they didn't like him. I know they didn't like those kids because they were sending him to Canada.
Bro, imagine your dad smuggled you all the way from Canada to Mexico, and he was just like, you know what? I'm not cut out to be a father. Fuck this shit.
No, it's
I'm
like
sending them back home.
I don't I love you. I don't love you enough to have you go back to America. I'm sending you to Canada, like the subpar, like below America, like the fucking like like why Canada?
Canada sucks, bro.
Canada does.
Canada has the worst parts about capitalism and the worst parts about socialism.
Yes, for sure, dude.
So
For sure.
everybody's just poor and suffering. Like
Yeah.
you could be a fucking programmer making $125,000 a year. You're still not going to be able to afford a house because you live in Canada
Right.
and they're taxing the shit out of your income.
Right. No, dude, it's fucking wild. But yeah, dude, that's basically the last time I left the country was in '04. And then I got really lucky with like the Obama shit with Daca. But I'm telling you right now, dude, Daca ain't shit, dude. Daca is literally fucking limbo. It's literally perpetual hell for because there's no direct
Pass to citizenship?
path to citizenship.
I'm sorry about that, dog.
The best thing you can hope for as an illegal immigrant is to get assaulted. Just assaulted. Doesn't matter who you get assaulted by. I think even to be a witness of an assault.
And then you're like, I can be an American now.
And yes, because you can get a U visa. And through the U visa, within a few years, you can apply for residency and then for citizenship.
I had a friend. He used to date this girl, and she got beaten up on the streets, right?
Yeah.
And I think now she's an American.
Yeah, no, that's happened. I used to work with like back in my early 20s. I worked in a painting crew for a while, and one of the dudes who's Mexican, he had girls who went to Garfield High School, and the girls, his daughters, got jumped by a group of black girls,
Yeah.
and they got citizenship through that. His daughters got citizenship through that.
See, Mexicans, you got to thank the black community for being Americans.
No, but it's real, man. It's real. So I'm kind of still waiting to get punched in the face for something like that.
Hey, man, if you need help with that,
Nah, man.
not from me, but
nah.
like I'll whisper into a person's ear
yeah, for
and be
sure.
like, "Yo, Felix hates black people."
You know what's so funny, or not so funny, and this is how much of a fucking retard I am. I almost had like a chance to do it. I had a friend, well, not a friend, but
An acquaintance.
an acquaintance who I was, I knew them because they were a coworker of mine when I started my first job at Jack in the Box. Well, I after I left Jack in the Box, I didn't see him for a while, and then I
What's up with that? A lot of Mexicans work at Jack in the Box.
yeah, well, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Taco Bell, whatever pays.
Yeah, man, get
Yeah.
this money, son.
Yeah.
But like the black guy almost beat you up or some shit.
No, what happened was that her name was Kat. She's a Filipino girl. These fucking Filipinos are the worst, dude.
I did not say that. I love Filipinos.
I can say that because they're like half Mexican.
He can say that because he looks Filipino.
Yeah, I look Filipino. If I go like this too, and I speak Tagalog, I do Tagalog.
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 So what happened with this black guy?
No, it was a chick.
Yeah.
So what happened was that I reconnected with her after years of not seeing her, and back then she was shy and she had a crazy booty, but she had like OCD and she was weird and nobody
Yeah.
really talked to her, but she got crazy hot, so I knew she got fucked. Like every time a girl who was like that becomes really hot, when they were like, you ever look at a girl who doesn't dress well and she kind of has like, she has quirkiness to her, but you're like, she has potential. She has potential,
Yeah.
right? Right. You look at you see those girls all the time, right? And then you see them like a few years later, and they look really hot, and like
After a couple of fucked up relationships,
at
yeah.
fucked up relationships. She probably got beat up a few times, or she became a stripper at some point.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's what we're talking about. You're hot now, like you're really hot, but you're crazy now. You're fucking crazy. Anyways, I saw her, dude, and I saw her and we reconnected, and like I was trying to be a good like friend because I thought, and I also wanted to fuck her, but I was trying to be there for her to like get in and fuck her eventually. But what happened was that on one night she called me at like past midnight to pick her up over on like by Green, like by Roosevelt. There's a bar over there by Roosevelt. Um, and I am like, oh, I bet I'm gonna pick you up. I picked her up. She said there was a guy harassing her. So I go pick her up, bro. I get there. She comes in. She opens the door. She gets in my car. And then a guy comes out, opens my door, and starts punching me in the fucking face.
You
He starts punching me in the fucking face. And I take it. It doesn't really hurt because the guy is probably like 130. He's taller than me, but he's
he punches like a bitch.
punches like a bitch, bro. So I didn't feel it. Fucking cops come, bro. It turns out that motherfucker was her boyfriend.
Captain Save a Ho right here,
It
bro.
turns out, dude, and it was like, and it was like, I'm shocked, and she's telling me, please, because the police are asking me if I want to put charges on him.
You should have pressed charges.
I should have pressed charges,
You would have become an American.
but she was like, please don't do it. He already has 2 assaults, like two
felonies.
2 felonies or some shit like that. Like he'll go to jail for sure. And I'm like, I didn't know any better. I honestly, I've never been in that.
Did she at least fuck you after you picked her up?
Bro, I stopped talking to the bitch, bro. Dude, why would I want to associate myself?
Wait, you got beat up. Wait, he got beat up over a bitch.
I didn't get beat up, bro.
You got hit in the face
I got
over
hit in the face.
over a bitch. And you didn't even get the smash? That's cold, bro.
That's fucking wild.
That's fucked
bro.
up.
That's fucking wild, dude. I hope. I think I saw her later on an escort site.
Selling that pussy.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of girls out here selling pussy, bro. Dude, I was interviewing one lady, bro, because she's a sex worker.
I love sex workers.
And like, eventually I just asked her, it's like, you just chose a path, right? She was like, yeah.
She didn't have a pimp.
Nah. She was like, I chose the streets. And I was like, yeah, lit. Everybody got choices, bro.
Yeah. Hey man, I love. It's like free therapy.
Sex workers are cool.
They're cool, man. They're like the most raw human beings.
And like, if you're not fucking them, there's nothing to worry about.
No, bro. No.
Like you can be friends.
Yeah.
You can be like cordial with one another. And I think as a man, you got to have as many women friends as possible.
Like I've never met a woke prostitute.
I have.
No.
I have.
No, it just doesn't make sense. Like you literally take dick. Like you take like at least 10 dicks a day. Like how? Like you
I don't know how many dicks this person took a day because it's none of my business. But like the way I was talking to her about her sex work, she was like, every single time I go out, I have to worry about the police, the tricks, the pimps. It's like, imagine if this shit was legal and I was able to do this safely. Because like women are out here risking their lives.
Yeah, man.
For $200 at a time.
$250.
If they're lucky. How do you know it's $250? Are you out here paying for sex?
Nah, man. I just know that you know. I like to pass water bottles to the prostitutes.
I don't believe that.
I mean, I sometimes I feel like, hey, you want some water?
You want a Safeway Refreshers bottle of water?
I mean, dude. I mean, I feel like it's very fine to like, at some point, talk to a prostitute, right?
I get scared whenever I see sex workers. One time, I was driving to Chick-fil-A for a chicken sandwich, and I hit a wrong turn, and I was just like in this cut, right? And I was turning around so I can hop back on Aurora. And when I turned the car around, like this white lady with a fat ass wearing pink fishnets just magically appeared, and we both gave each other eye contact. And I got scared. I looked to my left.
No.
I looked to my right. I looked behind me.
You know why? You know why, dude?
Because there might have been police there, bro.
No, dude. No.
I got scared, and I was like, "Don't come in my car." Because what am I gonna say to a cop? if that got cop thought I was trying to solicit a sex worker, that I was going to Chick-fil-A. That's not how it works, dog.
No, bro. First of all, this is what they say to you. You want a date,
No.
and then you're like, how much? And then they'll say, do you have $100? And you'll say, I don't have cash.
Felix is out here paying for pussy.
And then they'll say, well, there's an ATM down the road. I'm like, okay, I'll be back. And then you just don't come back.
That doesn't work in 2024. These
They have Cash App and Zelle.
and Venmo. Yeah,
And Venmo,
they
yeah,
take
I know.
Venmo.
So now you can't even be like, so then you could be like, I don't have a phone, or you can't even say that. So the best thing to do is like, just say you don't have money.
I just do what white people do whenever they see me
What?
by their cars. I just lock my doors and I roll my windows all the way up, and I just don't give direct eye contact.
Yeah, you might have a problem with prostitutes coming to your car more because you're black.
Maybe,
You know, because
but like black guys don't pay for pussy.
Yeah, they do.
They don't typically. No, black guys aren't really tricks. We might love a hoe, but we're not tricks. Tricks are for kids.
Yeah. They're pimps usually.
Dog. That must be a weird life, just being a pimp in Seattle.
Yeah, man. Because I think in
just subjugating these hoes.
Yeah, and I think now it's actually human trafficking.
Yeah, if you get that's literally it.
Yeah.
Like when you get tried for pimping and pandering, you're not getting tried for pimping and pandering.
You're getting tried for human trafficking.
Yeah, man, they're gonna treat you like one of these fucking coyotes.
Yeah, they are. They'll put you right next to the Mexicans.
It's like, what you here for? Human trafficking? Were you a pimp? No comment.
Yeah, man. No, but I think we need prostitutes, man. You know that they've shown studies that like men who solicit like prostitution have a happier marriage. Like they're happier. Like men are happier. Like men are like it decreases the rape like the rape numbers and violence. Like domestic violence and rape.
I can neither confirm or deny those facts. I haven't done the research, but I believe you.
I mean, it makes sense, man. It makes sense, you know. And then you go to your house and you love your wife. You know, it's like you're nice. You're a nice person to your wife and your kids. You know, you let out all your like your like you're decompressed with some fucking random bitch.
Yeah, man. How's your love life been? Are these hoes giving you the time of day?
You know what? I love women, man. I think women are awesome. I think they don't love me back as much as I would love to be loved. But I don't feel like I comply with like what women want in a man too much, like or what they would think what they think they want.
What do you think that women want from a man?
I think they want a little bitch. I think women just they want a mirrored version of who they are because most women are indecisive. They're like they don't really they don't know what they want. They talk about all these aspirations and the things they would like to achieve, but they don't do they don't do it. Like they're not working on doing the things they're just being fucking dumb bitches. Like
Coming from the wise words of Felix.
I'm not saying all women are like this.
A man who reads books by Jordan Peterson.
I'm just saying, look, I will say I've been very lucky to be with women that do love me.
Yeah.
And that are good women. Right? Right. And it's not that I'm selective or I'm picky. It's just that I think you have to be a certain type of woman. You have to have a certain type of temper and character to be with like the type of person that I am. Because I'm never gonna change. I'm always gonna be like me. I'm always gonna be.
I know that.
You know, like if I love you, I call any woman I love. I tell them they're autistic, because I feel most women are autistic. They act like they have autism.
Yeah, especially them crystal bitches.
Yeah, the Chris or the rock bitches.
Yeah.
Dude, I collected those rocks for pussy. See those rocks right there? I was at a beach somewhere, and I had at the time I was seeing a girl who was autistic, and she was a rock collector, and I was like, I'm gonna collect these for her. And then like 2 weeks later, she hit me up, and she was like, I'm gonna go back to my ex. I'm like, I bet, fucking dumbass bitch.
You're out here collecting rocks for these hoes, dog.
That's crazy, man.
Me, I don't know what women want. I don't, and I'm not going to pretend to do. I mean, from just based on my previous experiences, just dealing with women, it just seems like they just want another father,
Yeah,
a man to take care of them and pay their bills and make sure that they're okay. And I don't think that's a man's job.
no, it's not.
I mean, I don't look at a woman and think to myself, man, I just want her to rub my ears and tell me that everything's gonna be okay.
Right.
Because that's not how life works, bro.
No, it's not, man. I think love is beautiful and nice. But you gotta find the right person. You gotta find the right girl, and it's hard to find the right girl because you think you find the right girl, and then they have a fucking strip pole in their house.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah,
Like you go, like you really loved a girl, and then
Nah, I really loved her,
and then
but-
you just figured out that she was just a thot.
dude. Okay, is it a good thing or a bad thing if they have a strip pole in their house? Like, if you go into a girl's house and she has a strip pole, is that something you keep in your mind, or you're like, it's whatever?
It's like whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like
It's not my job to judge a woman on her past, but if her past starts affecting my present or my future, then it's a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would never judge a woman for having a child out of wedlock or having a child from a previous relationship, because that previous relationship is not any of my business. She never asked me to be a part of that situation. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
But if her previous relationship ends up causing a problem with our current relationship dynamics, then I have to address it. Because, like, man, you can meet a woman that you love, bro. And then, like, 5 years prior to that, she could have just been running the streets. But she changed. She became a better person.
Did she change?
I mean, if she's with you, if she's trying to be with you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can't be mad at people for their past when you're in a relationship. Because people change. It takes a long time for people to change, but people are capable of change.
Bad habits die hard.
Yeah. But, like, the habit can die.
It can die. I feel like it does depend on the woman, though,
Yeah.
or the person. I don't want to be a sexist.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I haven't been all this whole time.
Bro, you read books by Jordan Peterson. You obviously think that women are inferior to you.
I'm not. I don't think that. No, I think women are above me. I think women are generally hypergamous.
Hypergamist?
Yeah,
like having multiple partners?
No, they hypergamy.
What's hypergamy?
Hypergamy is women typically will date more on status.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, as men, no matter what status we have, even if we're CEOs, if we see a girl who works at McDonald's, we're gonna ask her out.
Yeah.
But a woman who's in that position, she'll never ask the McDonald's workout.
Yeah, man.
Never.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like,
dude, like I've had like women that worked on like ships try to pick me up, and I'm like, you too drunk.
Yeah.
We can't fuck. This is feeling rapey. I'm gonna give you a dap. You got an Uber home? I'm gonna get you an Uber home.
On ships, like
she's a fisherwoman.
Okay, is she like fucking Samoan?
Nah, she was black. I had a black lady that worked as a fisherwoman try to fuck me on a Monday night, and I was like, no.
All right, but you were right. So where was the dynamic there? Do you think she was
just too drunk?
Okay, right.
She was buying me drinks, treating me like I was special. I was like, I'm a max this.
Was she cute though?
Attractive
She
enough.
was attractive enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's enough? Like a 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an average woman.
Average 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, listen, bro.
She big titties,
Yeah, big enough.
big enough, nice ass.
I
It was alright.
I I didn't. I kind of stopped looking at her sexually when she fell on her ass.
She did.
Yeah, and then I was just
That's
like,
how drunk she was.
yeah, I was like, I think we should just be friends.
Was that turn off for you?
Yeah.
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 If a woman just fucking falls on her ass, okay, if she falls on her ass because she got drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that. Then I just feel like P Diddy, and I don't ever want to feel like P Diddy.
Yeah, you don't, dude. You don't.
I will stop.
Yeah, you'll stop it.
Like, you know how P Diddy used to be like, can't stop, won't stop. I'm like, will stop, can't stop, must stop.
I love Diddy, man.
uh.
Yeah, I feel like Diddyisms are everywhere now.
Dude, everybody in entertainment is P Diddy. I just assume that everybody is just a sexual deviant and a rapist. That's why I really don't kick it with a lot of comedians.
Yeah, man, you gotta be careful, man. You never know.
You'll drink beer with somebody on a Monday and figure out they're a rapist on Tuesday.
Have you ever had that?
Not personally happened to me, but I've dealt with people in those situations where, like, I just have to, like, ask, like, is what they're saying is true? And then they're like, yes or no.
I don't think I've ever been put in a situation where I'm gonna get raped.
I've never been put myself in a predicament where a woman can accuse me of sexually assaulting her.
Yeah. Me neither. Thankfully.
Like, no means no.
Yeah, no means no, man.
And yes also means no sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm completely capable of acknowledging that.
Yeah, you kind of have to like go into like the vibe to the vibe and like maybe the tonality of how they say yes.
Yeah. And if she really wants dick, like, from you,
she'll let you know.
She'll let you know.
She'll let you know.
Yeah, because
the women do moves. The women have moves.
Yeah,
they're subliminal.
Yeah,
but they're there. You know, I feel like sometimes they're like more effective than like direct like signals that men put out for women.
I'm retarded. I'm not good with subliminal messaging from the opposite sex.
I love it, but it's like because like it's like we're dancing, right? Like when you ever look at a woman and you're both like most of the time is you're in the car, like you just went on a date and you had a really good time,
Yeah.
right? But she doesn't really want to give it up on the first date, right? But she also the connection was strong enough that she wants like a little fucking like
little finger popping.
Yeah, little, but you don't know how to because you want to be you want to have a good first impression,
Yeah.
right? You want to continue. So there's like you just butter it up. You like have conversations. You do like a lot. I think the first thing is that it's gonna go. It's some things are going great. Is if you do a lot of physical touch.
Yeah.
And she is
reciprocating
it. Right? That's like a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a really good sign because you can tell if you touch a woman and she's not okay with it, you can instantly
you feel it.
You feel it. Like there's like a thing they do, right? And you're like, okay. And then you kind of know from there on. I was like, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. But once they allow you, you can get closer, and you just get closer to them, and you kind of just talk in this like lower voice.
You're whispering in her ear.
Whispering and you
saying all sorts of sweet, gentle shit.
The thing I love to do, honestly, dude, I love to look at women in their eyes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Why are you looking at me?" It's like, "Why I can't look at you?" It's like, "No, you can." So I love looking at you.
I like kind, gentle women. Whenever a woman is just like a kind, gentle person, I'm like, yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
Because like so many people, are, like especially in Seattle, are just fucking cold.
Yeah, they're cold. I like women who are kind, but also have a little like psst to them. Like a little bit of
a mean streak.
Yeah, but like can dish it out. Can like.
I'm gonna check how much time we've been doing.
Yeah, check, bro.
Let's do 10 more minutes and then call it quits.
Yeah. I think we should. Yeah, but that's what I love. I love women like that. But yeah, it'd be sad. You also have to think about how many like really sexy legal women are gonna get deported. Like, there's like the Colombians,
They'll figure it out. They'll find some white guy.
maybe.
They'll find some mediocre white guy to make him an American.
I never got to the point I was gonna say about the like the I am
Would you fuck a fat white bitch to become an American?
absolutely, man.
Hey, all the white tortas, man. We got somebody out here that's wanting to love you just to be an American. Free Felix.
By the way, I'm not about women. Like when if I love a
Because you're
woman,
gay.
no, I'm not gay. Although I will be gay for money.
So you're gay.
I'm not gay though. Like I'm straight because
Hey, it's okay to be gay, bro.
no, I'm not gay, bro. Like you wouldn't be gay for money, bro. Like if somebody came with $150 million to be like suck one dick,
Nah, B.
you wouldn't suck one dick for $150 million, bro. Nah, dude, that right there, that's gay, bro. For $150 million, bro. Okay, $500 million, bro. $500 million, bro. You wouldn't be gay for $500 million, bro.
No.
$1 billion. Nah, nah, bro. That's crazy. $1 billion wouldn't want him. One dick, dude. It doesn't have to be big dick. A small dick, 4 inches. A 4-inch dick, and you don't even have to put it in. You don't have to put it in your mouth. You just lick it like that.
Nah.
Okay, you can you spit on it
Nah.
for $1 billion.
Would you suck a man's penis for $1 billion?
for $1 billion?
Would you fuck a man for $1 billion?
I will fuck 10 men for $1 billion, dog.
See, polyamorous woman with purple hair. Felix fucks men too. Like turn him into American, right? He deserves to be an American more than any person that I currently know. All right, fat white women with purple hair. Adopt Felix as your sex slave.
Hey, no, not sex slave. I'm not doing that shit, dog.
You're willing to suck a man's dick for $1 billion?
Yeah, most
You're not
people
willing to be a
would.
woman's sex slave just for citizenship? Now that's gay.
Just because I think maybe sex toy. I like sex toy better. Can we use sex toy?
He wants to get fucked by a piece of PVC for American citizenship.
Dude, I love everybody. Okay, I'm not I'm not gay. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gay, and I don't care if you're fat or skinny. I'm a man, and as a man, I love meat on my bones, and I like to suck on my bones too. You know, I like to chew on my meat and suck on my bones. You see what I'm saying?
See, he wants to become an American, man.
I don't care if you're fat, skinny, whatever. If you're good and you're kind to me and you can cook Mexican food, I'm gonna stick with you.
We gotta find you a wife in America.
Yeah, man, a wife in America.
Before Trump sent you back.
Or I deport all of these fucking bitches from Mexico.
You're just gonna be driving towards apartment complexes in Renton
Yeah, right.
with a pair of binoculars, just
Tequila,
looking for
Renton.
Mexicans,
Period.
and just be like, dude, I got an anonymous tip.
A whole community. It's like,
Con, because of this guy right here.
it might make rent cheaper. No?
That's not how rent works.
Fuck, dude. Well, there'll be a lot more apartments open up.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I see a Scandinavian dude with an accent, guess who I'm calling?
Ice.
I'm gonna be like, migra, la migra, right? I'm gonna be like, man, I got a Scandinavian, snow blonde, fucking white man right here.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you gotta let them. Gotta go back to their country.
And he's drinking cold brew coffee at the cafe, man. Pick him up.
Take him.
Take him back home, bro.
Take that Viking home.
If I see Elon Musk, bro, I'm gonna call deportation.
Nah, bro, he's good, man.
I'm gonna be like, we got an un-American person here. He's driving a Tesla.
You're such a hater, man.
Yeah.
He's done so much for the world.
What has he done for the world that has positively affected your life currently?
Right now, in this moment,
Yeah.
nothing. I mean, Starlink.
Do you use Starlink internet?
I don't need to. I have.
But like, what has he done for you? What has he done for you as a Mexican illegal immigrant in America that has positively affected your life?
Nothing.
See, dog.
Yeah, man, but he's done stuff for the world, right? Right?
What has he done for Mexico?
I'm sure he has Tesla factories in Mexico. You like Tesla factories? Yeah, you know. Yeah.
Maybe he gave some Mexicans some jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, if you give Chinese jobs, you should give Mexicans jobs.
Yeah, Mexicans work harder.
Absolutely, man. Mexicans, and that's why I'm saying to bring this all thing. I think Mexicans are the only Latinos that should be allowed to immigrate to America.
Say that one more time louder.
Mexicans should be the only Hispanics, Latinos, whatever the fuck, the only brown people allowed in America to immigrate illegally, because it just makes sense.
And you know what? We're gonna end the podcast on that note. Shouts out to Femi and friends. This is Femi.
This is Felix.
We out.
We
Peace.
out. Stay black.